Today, I will be spending 24 hours in officially the most miserable place to live in the United Kingdom.
Now, when I searched Google to find the answer to this question, I was not particularly surprised when I found out what it is, because it is the place where I was born, where I'm from, and I haven't been in 9 years.
It's where I went to school, it's where I went to college. It's where I lived until I was 21 and I f***ed off.
It's Colchester.
And it's not hyperbole, my fellow Colchesterians voted themselves the most miserable. I don't know if that's what we're technically called. Colchesterites? Chesers? Or is everyone called Chester? I don't know. Situated just a 45-minute train journey from London Liverpool Street, the best thing to do here is leave. But am I wrong? Am I miserable because of growing up in Colchester? Or is Colchester absolutely fine and I am in fact the miserable one? Let's spend the next 24 hours opening that can of worms. Also, I brought my best mate Ellis along and he is buzzing. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Get 60% off your first box plus 25% off the next 2 months plus free desserts for life. Just scan my QR code on screen now. First up on the agenda, we went to check out the personality of the High Street, the beating heart of Colchester. Closed down shop, chain restaurant, chain restaurants, chain pharmacy, chain restaurant, nightclub appearance from Castillo.
Hello, bruv.
Oh mate, are you going to the You Only Live Once? Oh yeah, I got my tickets on Skiddle.
Chain restaurant, closed down independent cocktail bar, chain restaurant, and H&M.
Now, one of the main attractions of Colchester, a bit of art, is this 7'5" statue of an Asian woman walking.
Who is appropriately walking away from the high street and I can only assume is about to turn right at the end of the road and head straight towards the train station. Now, one fascinating chain restaurant culture does have is a Wimpy, a US-style diner created in 1934 in Bloomington, Indiana. It swiftly died in America but still lives on in the UK, with the Colchester branch as old as 1984 and still seemingly surviving despite the McDonald's, Burger King and KFC on the same road. And with the highest rating amongst all 4 restaurants with 4.2 stars, it was time to find out for myself what it was actually like. And it was entirely empty, apart from me and Ellis. And this is at lunchtime. Now, the menu was pretty extensive, but also had fish and chips if you fancied something particularly English at an American diner. They offered a bendy and cheese, which is a hot dog bent into a circle with cheese, shockingly, in a burger bun. Not for me, thank you very much. I opted for a chicken burger and chips, a £10.55, and a bloody strawberry milkshaka for £4.50, with additional Biscoff crumb for 75p extra.
You even get a little meth spoon to eat all the crumb at the end. For the real porkers out there. This guy.
The milkshake was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, you know a milkshake is good when you order strawberry and it doesn't come out pink, it comes out white, and you know it's the real flavour, not the pretend. They add the pink, that's artificial. Okay, jot that down. This is healthy. This is real milk from a strawberry cow.
But as the horrendous Spotify playlist of American tunes continued...
What a song. Goes on for a bit long.
It felt quite sad that at what should be peak time for a restaurant, there was essentially no one there. Almost as sad as the anemic chips I was eating.
Just like bog standard chip. I'll still eat them.
I paid for them, I'm eating them.
And the perfectly mid burger, of which I, of course, removed the only possibly maybe healthy components. I have absolutely zero idea how this place is still open after 40 years, let alone being drastically way more expensive than a large McDonald's meal with a strawberry shaka. The milkshakes get a 5-star from me, but Wimpy itself, it's a 2 from me, boss. Depressing. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Now, interesting little food fact about me, I refuse to buy dessert out at a restaurant ever. I will always just pre-buy something I want, a little treat for when I get home. In this case, with HelloFresh, a lovely little goo cheesecake, which I would cut to the B-roll now, but I ate 2 almost immediately. I would recommend sharing one with someone else. Now, I'm particularly fond of HelloFresh because it's easy, convenient, and also removes the time where you forget that you've already eaten all the lettuce, and now you have no lettuce in your meal, and you're halfway through cooking your meal, and now you have a lettuce-free meal. Where's the lettuce? I would like the lettuce. Not all beige, please. I need a little bit of green. But most importantly, you can pause, cancel, or change your delivery address whenever you'd like. It's entirely flexible. You're not locked into some terrifying contract. So scan the QR code on screen now to get yourself 60% off plus 25% off the next 2 months plus free desserts for life. We'll use my link in the description down below and my code UNIQUECIARÁN60. Another famous Colchester site is this water tower called Jumbo, which, much like Colchester, appropriately has sat here idly doing absolutely nothing since 1987.
And every single year, it would be like, oh, someone's going to turn Jumbo into like a revolving restaurant, or flats maybe. Still, absolutely nothing. So once again, we are looking at a series of old bricks. That's quite misleading if you're not English speaking, isn't it really? It's actually a very small car park. Yeah.
New developments in Colchester do happen occasionally. Look, there's a Taco Bell. That's American.
About a year ago, someone bought churros from here and they found a screw and they broke a tooth and had to spend £700 getting it fixed. So I'm going to buy some churros. Whoa, the whole of Taco Bell to ourselves. These came in about 3 seconds. 2 churros for £1.89. And I can't see any screws or bolts in them currently. No screw, no screw, no screw, no screw. I bit the inside of my cheek. Oh, the real danger was within me the entire time. No building materials. Fantastic. Well,
It's really badly in the bin.
well, I don't have a fucking napkin.
Out of the top 5 best things to do in Colchester on TripAdvisor, 3 of them are parks, and 2 of those parks aren't in Colchester. The top 2 attractions are Colchester Castle, where parkour was rampant outside the 2009, but apart from that, the castle quite frankly loses its charm and interest after you hit your 10th birthday, and by your 16th birthday you'll be on the hill behind it drinking a 3-litre bottle of Frosty Jack cider because there's nothing else to fucking do. So I bought some. Again, it's like I'm 16. Ah, fuck. Frosty Jack cider made with recycled plastic explains the horrific taste. This is, how old am I now? I haven't had this in about 13 years. Oh, it smells like a park bench. In daytime. Of course. So because there was nothing to do in Colchester, this was like £3 and you would ask someone outside a spa to buy it for you, and sometimes they would. Oh my god. No. Oh, it tastes like an unkept urethra. Number 1 attraction, however, is Colchester Zoo. Now, growing up, I thought every town had their own zoo, in the same way every town has a hospital, a police station, a fire station, a town drunk, but it turns out they don't. Probably because it would be unfair to lock up an elephant in Luton. So I thought if the humans didn't seem to enjoy being in Colchester, what about the animals? Whoa! Let's go see some animals and rate each animal on how happy it looks to be in Colchester.
Thank you very much.
For probably the rest of its life.
Tesco voucher redemption. What did the Tesco voucher do?
Good joke, good joke, good joke.
What animals are you excited for, us? What do you want to see?
Sea lion. I love those.
A sea lion, or you want to see a lion? I want to see an elephant.
Did you ever do it in the school from the time?
Fighting a giraffe. Now these people, these little fellas, they look pretty cheeky. But do they look happy? They do actually. It's a gorgeous day. He's chilling. He's scheming. He could scale that, no problem. He could jump, he could come over there, he could rip my face off. I would get him first. I'd be going gym. And any of you fellas try it, I'm going to eat one of you in front of the others to scare off the pack. Ellis is doing a nice video about football. I've just said I'd eat a monkey. In self-defence. Oh, the babby. Look at the babby one. Oh, I wouldn't eat you. I'd spare your life.
I'd eat him first. They're happy.
Look at them. They're definitely happy. They're buzzing. There's a gigantic otter. Look at the size of that one. Bloody hell. But look at that geezer. In another life, he would be eating fox shit as I take him for a walk. But he's in Colchester instead. The enclosure doesn't look huge. They've got friends. I don't think they're particularly happy.
Look at his back. Have you ever seen an aardvark on his back?
I've never seen an aardvark on his front.
He may not be aware, but he'd be hunted to shit if he wasn't in the middle of Colchester. I think one of the best things at the zoo is seeing different animals in the same enclosure, and they're just getting along. It just makes me think, why can't we get along as humans? Why can't we be more like the rhinos, the giraffes, and not like all the other animals in the kingdom which attack and maim and murder each other? I think they're probably all pretty happy here. They look pretty happy. The rhinos are just chilling. They're loving it. The giraffes, they're slightly confused by the metal tree, but they're eating anyway. They should make police giraffes instead of horses to get the criminals who are high up. Assuming it works in the same way as a dog, he is thrilled right now.
Yeah, why has my insurance gone up by so much this year, mate? Yeah, don't look away now.
So if the animals are happy in their new Colchester habitat, I thought it was time to see if the local populace were happy in theirs. The pub. Now my favourite watering hole when I lived here, shockingly, was this very Wetherspoons, the Playhouse. My debut spoons. I think it's going to be bloody cheap, which should make the general population happy, shouldn't it? Because it is so much cheaper. I reckon it's about £3.15 for a Guinness. Cha-ching! Jazzy crazy. Pretty bloody fantastic when I'm paying £6 to £6.50 in London. What did you get?
A mango monster with vodka. Such a goth. I've just realised this used to be a cinema screen and we're sat in it.
It used to be a theatre.
Did it?
And that's why there's about, I'm just going to have to show you. The entire top row of the Wetherspoons in Colchester is just full of life-size cardboard cutouts of random celebrities, animated characters, Maggie bloody Thatcher, Shakespeare, Jason Statham, star of the film Crank, High Voltage, where he has to shag his missus to keep his heart rate up, otherwise he dies. And then also people from Doctor Who and Charlie Chaplin. All those cardboard cutouts have been up there since I've been alive. It's a lovely little quirky bit to the spoons, isn't it? I don't know how old the building is. It's on screen now. It's class, it's beautiful. We're currently sitting on the stage. I kind of feel like I'm doing a performance. Everyone's looking at me because I'm filming myself drinking a pint. Slug and Lettuce is our next stop, which has a whopping 4.3 out of 5 stars from 1,600 reviews. But for me, really, it's the pinnacle of what Colchester is. Crushed grey velvet, Barrett new build home starter pack, a car on finance. Have you seen they're doing a Peaky Blinders movie? Class that, mate, buzzing. 5:30 AM flight from Stansted to a Spanish airport of your choice. I bloody love Lanzarote. Gutted my XL Bully has been destroyed. Get on these gnashers, mate, and Istanbul special geezer. Yeah, I used to work in recruitment, but now I'm an estate agent. Chinese tonight, is it? Class that. Stick I'm a celeb on. Go on, Farage. Slug and Lettuce. Now that may seem a brutal generalisation by myself, but I was here for a very long time. I see what you are. Prints are coming, are they? And I don't think there's actually a specific problem with Colchester itself. It's just symptomatic of a town that was based around a dying high street with this random Asian woman. I got nothing wrong with it. I do not have anything wrong with Asian women. But the 7.5-foot statue on the high street is what's going on, which I'm sure is relatable all around the country. This results in what I can only describe as a big bloody lack of charm. Retail Park, is it? Nice. I love a B&M. Culture. Me and Ellis attempted an evening out, but the places we went to weren't exactly bustling on a Friday night.
I remember
But whilst the people may not be the most positive about the place itself, the actual Colchesterians, I still don't know what it is yet, can't be bothered to Google it, we talked to throughout the entire day were lovely. This man, he talked to us for about 40 minutes, and then we even went in his garage. Probably shouldn't do that. Sorry, Mum, if you're watching, but he seemed like a nice fellow. Everyone was so nice, and it's honestly the most strangers I've talked to ever in one day.
We have just bumped into Fraser. He has gifted us some wonderful beers.
Correct, best beer on the market, you've got to get trying it.
This town's going to be miserable. It's been absolutely lovely so far.
Can't be that miserable, can it? Nice one, cheers.
Nice to meet you, man. Have a lovely day. Right, this is the best place in the world. I've decided it's the best place in the world. This is the friendliest, nicest fucking place I've ever been. London is shite compared to this. That is truly remarkable.
Please, Colchester Council and general local government, just do good things, please. The people deserve it.
Magnifique.
I really don't like Ben.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice. I'm not even like just doing it because the guy was lovely. It's actually quite nice, and I don't really drink beer.
Do you not?
No, mainly drugs.